Hey, what's up, guys? For those of you that have been following my social media for a while, thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. And for those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Courtney and I own the Whirlybird Trans Am. So a few things that I want to talk about today are how I got into cars, how that has progressed, and what I am doing with the car. So for starters, I got into cars when I was very, very young. When I was about 2 years old, my mom worked for Advanced Racing Engines in Salina. You may have heard of them. They have helped with the motor in the farm truck. And she also worked for a small dirt track called Salina Speedway. Now, for as long as I can remember, I have absolutely loved being around the cars. And my dad built a 1966 Mustang Coupe. It is a 347 stroker with a C4 transmission. He is actually changing that right now and turning it into a just kind of a classic cruiser, something that can be dailied. So he is updating it to power brakes and turning it back to a manual, which is super cool. A little sad for me because I absolutely loved that car growing up. I remember the first time that it was done, because this was a complete restoration. The first time it was done and I got to be around the car, he was pulling it out of the barn and I was standing next to it, and I just remember feeling the vibration from the car all the way up into my chest and the way that the body was shaking and pulsating, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And I continued to go to the dirt track with my mom for a very long time, and I remember the smell of the fuel, the rumble of the race cars, and ultimately, I wanted to be a dirt track racer. It wasn't until I was about 15 years old that I started hanging out with the street racers, and I ultimately decided this is what I want to do. This is what I want to build. I think this is much more reasonable for what's going to happen in my life. And about 8 years ago, my friend Blake came home with a 1999 Trans Am, and that car knocked me off my feet. I fell in love immediately, and I knew one day I was going to have one of those myself, and now I do. And that brings us into the Whirlybird. What is the Whirlybird? The Whirlybird is a pewter Trans Am. It is also a 1999, just like Blake's, and it is a BTR Stage 2 cam with long tube headers right now. It is an auto stock 4L60, which is absolutely terrifying. And yeah, I took it to a Cash Days recently and got to experience, I wanted to experience what it was like before I put the nitrous kit on and swap it over to a TH400 that is currently being built by Goen Performance. Taos Performance and Advanced Racing Engines has been helping me with the build. It's been an awesome experience so far, and I can't wait to see how much different the car feels with the new kit on it, and I hope you guys will stick with me for the build progress. I also have a turbo kit for the vehicle. It is a VS Racing single 7875 turbo, and I am hoping to build either a 5.3 or a 6.0 for that setup and see how that goes, but I will keep you guys posted. Thanks for tuning in.